Imagine that you're celebrating your 90th birthday, but instead of struggling with weak legs or fearing falls, you're moving with the strength and confidence of someone decades younger. This isn't science fiction. It's a real possibility that could be within your reach. The startling truth is that every single year, 1 out of every 4 seniors over age 65 will experience a dangerous fall. These aren't just minor stumbles. We're talking about life-changing injuries like broken hips, long recoveries, and the heartbreaking loss of independence that often follows. But here's the game-changing revelation. There exists one simple, overlooked nutrient that could dramatically reduce your risk of falling, maintain your leg strength, and preserve your mobility throughout your golden years. That miracle nutrient? It's vitamin D, though it's far more powerful than most people realize. While vitamin D has long been associated with bone health, cutting-edge research has uncovered its absolutely critical role in maintaining muscle strength, balance, and overall mobility as we age. Consider this compelling evidence. Researchers at the Journal of the American Geriatric Society conducted a rigorous study that demonstrated older adults who supplemented with vitamin D experienced 23% fewer falls compared to those who didn't. That's nearly 1/4 fewer potentially life-altering accidents prevented by a single vitamin. The benefits don't stop there. Additional research has shown that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels don't just fall less, they literally move better. These individuals walk with noticeably faster gaits, maintain significantly stronger leg muscles, and perhaps most impressively, reduce their risk of debilitating bone fractures by an astounding 40%. These aren't marginal improvements. We're talking about transformations that could mean the difference between living independently or needing assisted care. What makes these findings particularly urgent is that vitamin D deficiency isn't some rare condition. It's shockingly widespread among older populations. As our skin ages, it becomes dramatically less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight exposure. Many medications commonly taken by seniors further deplete vitamin D stores. The result? A silent epidemic of deficiency that's weakening muscles and compromising balance in millions of aging adults, often without them even realizing it. The symptoms creep up subtly at first. Maybe you notice it takes more effort to get up from your favorite chair. Perhaps you've started walking more cautiously to avoid stumbling. Maybe you've experienced unexplained muscle aches or nighttime leg cramps that disrupt your sleep. These aren't just normal signs of aging. They're red flags that your body may be crying out for more vitamin D. The good news? Correcting a vitamin D deficiency is surprisingly straightforward. Unlike many age-related health challenges that require complex treatments, maintaining healthy vitamin D levels can often be achieved through simple, daily habits. A combination of sensible sun exposure, targeted nutrition, and proper supplementation can work together to rebuild your vitamin D reserves, and with them, your strength and stability. When you restore your vitamin D to optimal levels, the improvements can be both rapid and remarkable. Many seniors report noticeable changes within just weeks: more energy, fewer muscle cramps, better sleep. Within months, these benefits compound into stronger legs, steadier balance, and that priceless confidence in your movements. Perhaps most importantly, you'll be taking one of the most powerful preventive measures against falls and fractures available to seniors today. This isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. The ability to keep doing the things you love, whether that's playing with grandchildren, tending your garden, or traveling to see family, often comes down to maintaining this one crucial nutrient. In many ways, vitamin D could be the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth for mobility and independence in our later years. What most seniors don't realize is that vitamin D deficiency has quietly become a silent epidemic among older adults. Research shows that a staggering 60% of people over 65 aren't getting enough of this crucial nutrient. That's not just a statistic. That's 3 out of every 5 seniors walking around with an invisible health crisis that's weakening their bodies day by day. The root of this problem lies in our biology. As we grow older, our skin undergoes changes that make it far less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Where a 30-year-old might get adequate vitamin D from 15 minutes of sunshine, a 70-year-old could sit in that same sunlight for an hour and still not produce enough. This natural decline is compounded by other factors. Many seniors spend more time indoors, wear more sun-protective clothing, and may live in northern climates with limited sunlight for months at a time. The consequences of this deficiency are far more serious than most people realize. That persistent muscle weakness making it harder to get up from chairs? The unsteadiness that makes you grip handrails tighter when walking? The fatigue that seems to follow you no matter how much you rest? These aren't just inevitable parts of aging, they're classic warning signs that your body is running dangerously low on vitamin D. What makes this situation particularly alarming is how many seniors and even doctors dismiss these symptoms as normal aging. But science tells a different story. Vitamin D plays a critical role in muscle function. It helps maintain the size and strength of our fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for quick movements and preventing falls. Without adequate vitamin D, these muscles literally waste away faster than they should, leaving seniors vulnerable to accidents. The deficiency also wreaks havoc on our nervous system's ability to maintain balance. Vitamin D receptors are found throughout our brain and nerves, helping coordinate movement and spatial awareness. When levels drop too low, the result is that unsettling feeling of being unsteady on your feet, the hesitation before stepping onto uneven surfaces, and the increased likelihood of taking a dangerous fall. Perhaps most insidious is how vitamin D deficiency contributes to chronic fatigue in seniors. This isn't ordinary tiredness, it's a deep exhaustion that makes even simple activities feel overwhelming. That's because vitamin D is crucial for converting food into usable energy at the cellular level. Without it, your body's energy production system operates at only partial capacity. The tragedy is that so many older adults accept these symptoms as their new normal when in reality, they could be signs of a correctable deficiency. A simple blood test can reveal the truth, and the solution is often straightforward. Yet millions continue living with these limitations unnecessarily. This widespread deficiency has created a ripple effect through senior health. Studies have linked low vitamin D levels to increased rates of depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. It's not an exaggeration to say that maintaining proper vitamin D levels could be one of the most impactful things a senior can do for their overall health and quality of life. The good news in all of this? Unlike many age-related health challenges, vitamin D deficiency is both detectable and treatable. With awareness and proper action, seniors don't have to accept weakness and fatigue as inevitable parts of aging. The first step is recognizing that these symptoms might be your body's way of signaling a nutritional need that, when addressed, could help you regain strength, stability, and vitality in your later years. Let me ask you something important. Have you noticed certain changes in your body that you've been dismissing as just part of getting older? I want you to really think about this. That difficulty you feel when trying to stand up from your favorite armchair, the way you sometimes need to push off with your hands or try multiple times before you're fully upright. That's not normal aging. That persistent unsteadiness when you walk, the way you sometimes find yourself reaching for walls or furniture to steady yourself, the growing hesitation in your step when surfaces look uneven, this isn't something you should just accept. What about those aches in your hips and knees that seem to linger longer than they used to? The discomfort that makes going upstairs more challenging or keeps you from sleeping as comfortably as you once did. And those nighttime leg cramps, the sudden painful muscle spasms that jolt you awake, leaving you rubbing your calves in the dark? These aren't random occurrences. They're actually your body sending you important signals. Medical research has shown that these specific symptoms, leg weakness, unsteady walking, bone and joint pain, and nighttime leg cramps, frequently appear together for a reason. They're classic indicators that your vitamin D levels may have dropped too low. This happens because vitamin D plays several crucial roles in how our muscles and nerves function. Without enough of it, our muscles don't contract as efficiently, our nerve signals don't transmit as quickly, and our bones don't maintain their proper mineral density. That leg weakness you're experiencing? It's directly related to how vitamin D helps maintain type 2 muscle fibers, the ones responsible for quick, powerful movements like standing up or catching your balance. When these fibers weaken, everyday movements become more difficult. The unsteadiness in your walk stems from vitamin D's role in neuromuscular function. It helps your brain communicate with your legs to maintain smooth, coordinated movement. The bone and joint pain occurs because vitamin D is essential for proper calcium absorption. Without it, your bones gradually lose density while your joints bear more stress than they should. Those painful nighttime cramps happen when vitamin D deficiency causes imbalances in calcium and phosphorus levels, leading to involuntary muscle contractions. What's most concerning is how many people assume these symptoms are just inevitable parts of aging. They start using canes or walkers, stop going out as much, limit their activities, all without realizing there might be an underlying nutritional cause that could be addressed. The truth is, while some decline in strength and mobility does come with age, what you're experiencing may go beyond normal aging and into the territory of a treatable deficiency. If several of these symptoms sound familiar to you, If you find yourself nodding along as I describe them, there's a very real possibility your vitamin D levels have dipped into dangerous territory. The good news: unlike many age-related health issues, this one has a relatively straightforward solution. Getting your vitamin D levels checked is simple, and correcting a deficiency can often be achieved through dietary changes, sensible sun exposure, and proper supplementation. Imagine being able to stand up from your chair without struggling. Picture yourself walking with more confidence and stability. Think about sleeping through the night without painful leg cramps interrupting your rest. These improvements could be within reach if what you're experiencing is indeed related to low vitamin D levels. The first step is recognizing that these symptoms aren't just something you have to live with. They might be your body's way of telling you it needs more of this vital nutrient. Now that we understand how crucial vitamin D is for maintaining strength and mobility as we age, you're probably wondering, how do I actually fix a deficiency? The beautiful truth is that restoring healthy vitamin D levels doesn't require expensive medications or complicated treatments. In fact, the solution can be as straightforward as making a few simple adjustments to your daily routine. Let me walk you through the 4 most effective ways to boost your vitamin D levels naturally. First and foremost, let's talk about sunlight, nature's original vitamin D supplement. When your bare skin is exposed to the sun's UVB rays, it triggers a remarkable process where your body manufactures its own vitamin D. For most seniors, spending just 20 to 30 minutes in direct sunlight 3 or 4 times a week can make a significant difference in vitamin D production. The ideal time for this is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., when the sun is highest in the sky and UVB rays are most abundant. You'll want to expose large areas of skin like your arms, legs, or back without sunscreen during this short period, though be careful not to burn. Of course, this needs to be balanced with proper sun safety, especially if you have fair skin or live in very sunny climates. Many older adults make the mistake of either avoiding the sun entirely or always wearing sunscreen, not realizing they're blocking their body's natural vitamin D production. The key is finding that sweet spot of sensible, moderate exposure. While sunlight is incredibly effective, we can't always rely on it alone, especially during winter months or if you live in northern latitudes. This is where your diet becomes so important. Certain foods are naturally packed with vitamin D, and making them regular parts of your meals can help maintain your levels. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are among the best natural sources. Just a 3-ounce serving of cooked salmon provides about 570 IU of vitamin D. Egg yolks from pasture-raised chickens are another excellent option, with each yolk containing about 40 IU. Many dairy products like milk, yogurt, and some cheeses are now fortified with vitamin D, making them convenient choices. An often overlooked source is mushrooms, particularly varieties like maitake and portobello that have been exposed to ultraviolet light. By incorporating several of these foods into your weekly meal plan, you create a nutritional safety net for your vitamin D needs. For most seniors, even with good sun exposure and a vitamin D-rich diet, supplementation is often necessary to reach optimal levels. This is where vitamin D3 supplements come in. Research consistently shows that vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is about twice as effective at raising and maintaining blood levels of vitamin D compared to the D2, ergocalciferol, form found in some supplements. The general recommendation for older adults is between 800 and 2000 IU of vitamin D3 daily, though your doctor may adjust this based on your individual needs and blood test results. It's best to take your supplement with a meal containing some healthy fats, as vitamin D is fat-soluble and absorbs better when paired with dietary fats. Many people make the mistake of taking their vitamin D on an empty stomach or at random times, missing out on full absorption. Consistency is key. Taking your supplement at the same time each day helps maintain steady vitamin D levels in your system. Now, here's a secret many people don't know about. Vitamin D doesn't work alone in your body. It needs certain cofactors to function properly, and magnesium is perhaps the most important. Magnesium plays a critical role in activating vitamin D so your body can use it effectively. Without adequate magnesium, much of the vitamin D you consume, whether from sun, food, or supplements, can't be properly metabolized. You can boost your magnesium intake through foods like spinach, Swiss chard, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, and whole grains like brown rice and quinoa. For those who have trouble getting enough magnesium through diet alone, a supplement providing 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate or citrate can be helpful. Many seniors find that combining their vitamin D and magnesium supplementation leads to better results than taking vitamin D alone. The beauty of this four-pronged approach is that it works synergistically. Sunlight provides the most natural form of vitamin D, while dietary sources offer consistent daily intake. Supplements fill in the gaps, and magnesium ensures everything works efficiently. Together, they create a comprehensive strategy that addresses vitamin D deficiency from multiple angles. Unlike many health interventions that require drastic lifestyle changes, these are simple, sustainable adjustments that can easily become part of your routine. It's important to remember that while these methods are effective, they're not instantaneous. It typically takes several weeks to several months of consistent practice to restore optimal vitamin D levels, depending on how deficient you were to begin with. But the payoff is worth it: improved muscle strength, better balance, reduced pain, and decreased risk of falls. Many seniors report feeling the difference in their energy levels and mobility within just a few weeks of implementing these changes. The best approach is to start with small, manageable steps. Maybe begin by adding 2 servings of fatty fish to your weekly meals and taking a short walk in the midday sun 3 times a week. Then gradually introduce a vitamin D3 supplement and increase your magnesium-rich foods. Before you know it, these practices will become second nature, and your body will thank you with improved strength and vitality. Remember, you're not just boosting a vitamin level, you're investing in your independence and quality of life for years to come. When you begin optimizing your vitamin D levels, your body responds in remarkable ways, but it's important to understand that these changes happen progressively. Think of it like turning around a large ship. The results come steadily rather than all at once. Let me walk you through what you can realistically expect as your vitamin D levels improve. In the first 2 weeks after starting this regimen, many people notice subtle but encouraging changes. Those painful nighttime leg cramps that used to jolt you awake may begin occurring less frequently or with less intensity. You might find yourself waking up feeling slightly more refreshed, with a bit more energy to start your day. This is because vitamin D plays a crucial role in muscle function and cellular energy production. As your levels begin to rise, your muscles start getting the nutrients they need to contract and relax properly, while your cells become more efficient at generating energy. Some people describe this phase as feeling like a fog is beginning to lift, small but noticeable improvements that suggest your body is responding. After about a month of consistent vitamin D optimization, the benefits become more physically apparent. This is when many seniors report feeling stronger in their legs, that sensation of being able to rise from a chair with less effort or walk upstairs with more confidence. Your balance may begin improving as well, with less of that unsteady feeling when you turn quickly or walk on uneven surfaces. These changes occur because vitamin D helps rebuild and maintain type 2 muscle fibers, the ones responsible for power and quick movements. At the same time, it's supporting better nerve signaling to your muscles, creating smoother, more coordinated movements. You might notice little things, like being able to carry groceries with more stability or stand for longer periods without fatigue. By the 3-month mark, the cumulative benefits really start to show in ways that significantly impact daily life. Research indicates this is when the risk of dangerous falls begins dropping sharply, by as much as 30 to 40% for seniors maintaining adequate vitamin D levels. Your mobility often improves to the point where activities you may have been avoiding, like longer walks, gardening, or playing with grandchildren, become enjoyable again. This is the phase where many people report feeling like they've regained a sense of freedom and independence. The combination of stronger muscles, better balance, and improved bone density creates a protective effect that makes movement easier and safer. It's not that you're turning back the clock entirely, but rather that your body is now functioning at its optimal capacity for your age. What's fascinating is that these improvements tend to build upon each other. As your legs get stronger, you naturally become more active. Increased activity then further strengthens your muscles and bones, creating a positive cycle of improvement. The reduced fear of falling alone can be transformative. Many seniors find themselves engaging more with life, going out more often, and rediscovering activities they'd given up on. It's important to remember that everyone's timeline may vary slightly depending on their starting point, overall health, and how consistently they follow their vitamin D regimen. But this general progression, from initial symptom relief to measurable strength gains to significant mobility improvements, holds true for most seniors who commit to the process. The key is patience and consistency. These changes are happening at the cellular level even when you can't see them yet. Each day you maintain healthy vitamin D levels. You're investing in a stronger, more mobile future for yourself. The ability to move freely through your day, to visit friends, run errands, or simply walk through your home without fear, is a precious form of independence that too many seniors lose unnecessarily. Every year, devastating falls alter lives in an instant, transforming active older adults into people who suddenly need walkers, caregivers, or even nursing home placement. But here's what most people don't realize. Many of these life-changing accidents could be prevented by addressing one simple, often overlooked factor: vitamin D deficiency. When you gamble with low vitamin D levels, you're essentially rolling the dice with your mobility and independence. That quick trip to the bathroom at night, the step off the curb at the supermarket, the slippery spot on your kitchen floor, ordinary moments can become dangerous when your muscles are weak and your balance is compromised. The heartbreaking truth is that many seniors only discover how deficient they were after a fall has already occurred. But you have the power to change this story. A straightforward vitamin D blood test, the same simple test that checks your cholesterol, could reveal whether you're at risk before an accident happens. Imagine knowing that by correcting this one nutritional deficiency, you could significantly strengthen your body's natural defenses against falls. We're not just talking about avoiding broken bones. We're talking about preserving your ability to live life on your terms, to maintain the activities you love, and to spare your family the worry and heartache of preventable injuries. Your independence is worth far more than the few minutes it takes to get tested or the small effort required to maintain healthy vitamin D levels. Don't wait until a fall forces you to pay attention. Take control now, while you still can. The quality of your golden years may depend on this one simple, proactive step. Now that you understand how vital vitamin D is for maintaining your strength and independence, let's talk about your immediate next steps to take control of your health. The path forward is clearer than you might think, and it begins with 3 simple but powerful actions you can start today. First and most importantly, make that appointment with your doctor to request a vitamin D blood test. This straightforward test, often called a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test, is the only way to know exactly where your levels stand. Many primary care physicians actually include this in routine blood work for seniors, but if yours doesn't, don't hesitate to ask specifically for it. When you get your results, pay special attention to whether your levels are at least 30 nanograms per milliliter. This is the minimum threshold most experts recommend for optimal muscle and bone health in older adults. If your numbers come back lower, you'll have concrete evidence to guide your supplementation plan rather than just guessing. While you're waiting for your test results or appointment, don't delay in starting a quality vitamin D3 supplement. The current research overwhelmingly supports a daily dose between 800 and 2000 IU for most seniors, with the higher end of that range being particularly beneficial for those who've been diagnosed as deficient or who get very little sun exposure. Look for vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, rather than D2, as studies confirm it's significantly more effective at raising and maintaining your levels. A helpful tip: take your supplement with your largest meal of the day that contains some healthy fats, since vitamin D is fat-soluble and absorbs better when paired with dietary fats. This small adjustment can make a big difference in how well your body utilizes the supplement. Now, I want you to make a commitment to yourself right now. Say it out loud if you can: I'm choosing stronger legs and greater independence. That verbal commitment matters because research shows when we voice our health intentions, we're dramatically more likely to follow through. Every morning when you take your vitamin D, let it serve as a reminder that you're actively investing in your mobility and quality of life. These small daily actions compound over time into life-changing results: fewer falls, more energy, and the confidence to keep doing all the activities you love. For those ready to take their commitment even further, we've created a special free resource to support your journey: our comprehensive vitamin D checklist for seniors. This easy-to-follow guide walks you through everything from interpreting your test results to creating a vitamin D-boosting meal plan, complete with simple recipes and supplement tips. To get your free copy, just leave a comment below with the letter D. This lets us know to send it your way. While you're there, consider joining our community by liking and subscribing. You'll gain access to regular health tips specifically designed to help seniors like you maintain strength, balance, and vitality. Remember, your later years should be filled with joy, activity, and freedom, not fear of falling or losing your independence. The science is clear that maintaining proper vitamin D levels is one of the most effective ways to protect the active lifestyle you deserve. But knowledge alone isn't power. It's the application of that knowledge that creates real change. Today is the day to stop wondering, what if, and start taking concrete steps toward stronger legs and a more vibrant future. Your future self will thank you for the care you show yourself today. So let me ask you, are you ready to commit to stronger legs and greater independence? Say yes, and let's begin this important journey together.